All right, guys.
Okay, well,
Stop laughing at Manchester United.
No,
I don't like it when the club is doing all they can to stand, and then when they just fall small, we start laughing at it. It's not fair. Manchester United fans.
I did not laugh.
It's
Okay.
not fair.
We're supposed to go to a Governor's Cup. Okay, let's start with the Governor's Cup. Okay, we'll start with that right now because the Nigerian players will definitely be facing a big test today. I mean, you're looking at when Sylvester Emmanuel defeated Anderson Reed of United States. We're like, well, this is what we want. Well, right now, he will be facing another big star. Talking about Pere Riba. Now, Pere Riba is actually seeded number 2 in this tournament. And Albert Bickham, who defeated the Swiss guy, of course, he will be facing the number 1 ranked player in the tournament, adding second. Looking at that is it. So I really don't envy these guys at all. And of course, you have Thomas Otu, who actually defeated, you know, Moses Michael, that we felt, okay, is going to go far, will be up against number 6 seeded player, talking about Van den Duim of Netherlands, and Christian Paul. Of course, you know, he was the one who ensured that Tim Tobin actually won the NCC Tennis Cup on Saturday. Well, for him, we'll be facing someone from Zimbabwe. This guy actually got to the finals last year, Duncan Mugabe, and of course, Lloyd Harris and David Pell will also be in action. Yeah, tough one for Nigerian players. Okay, yeah. Very tough.
As we get, you know, as the tournament progresses, and that's how it's going to get tougher for the lads, and they'll need a lot of luck.
But I don't just make any prediction. Just
because I'm still going to go there.
No, but don't just predict it, because you didn't speak well about Moses Michael, and now I'm sure he's watching from home.
So are you going to blame me for Moses Michael losing out in the first round?
Because you were like, oh, he needs to prove a point, he needs to do that, and then the guy lost and now he's out. Just leave our guys. They might just cause an upset against the top-seeded players.
Yeah, hopefully they do that, but then Day 2 of the Governor's Cup yesterday, and a lot of Nigerian players fell by the way, so they fell like flies. Okay. Day 2, first round. Cecilia, you've got the names of the ones that lost out yesterday.
You got Clifford Enoro Segbe of Nigeria, of course. He could not make it to the second round. He lost to Pere Riba. That's the guy that Sylvester will be definitely be facing. 6-1, 6-0. Now, well, it was really a good one for him. Of course, Ante van der Duim, of course, for him, he defeated Edward Anefu 6-3, 6-2. And David Pell, of course, defeated Mohammed, who won his first game, of course, 6-1, 6-2. And Tombre of India, of course, defeating Melissa Evedze. Now, Melissa Evedze, she is a Nigerian, but she's actually representing Russia in this particular tournament. So 6-2, 6-1, she lost in that one. So selected Day 2 result wasn't really cool for Nigerian players at all.
At all.
Like what witnessed in the one.
In Day 1. And Christian Paul, one of the few Nigerians that won on Day 2, actually managed to beat another Nigerian, Umaru Balani, you know, to make it into the second round. So now it's going to face a different proposition. It's facing a Zimbabwean, right? So hopefully, you know, he maintains his good form, you know, and get into the third round. Because losing out in the early stages of the tournament like this, a pro circuit tournament like this, it's not good for tennis in Nigeria.
At all. You remember when we spoke to some of them on Saturday, you know, they were talking about the fact that their target is the quarterfinals, because the NTF actually promised them that, look, if you get to the quarterfinals, you definitely get all the best that you can. That is talking about sponsorship and all that. Well, let's just get to listen to Sarima Arundi and, of course, Anderson. Both of them were actually, Alexander Riley, we were talking about how they are going to, you know, face this particular game that they will be playing today.
Because I've never relaxed, because I know this tournament was coming to have worked towards it. It's here already, is here. So it's just for me to put on what I have exhibited in training, just put it in practice, just the way I'm playing in training, just to perfect it during the tournament. If actually we are going out to attend other tournament and we're getting support for Nigeria to attend other tournament, I think we should not be like shaking when we see other country coming to our country to play us. We should be happy that we are meeting them in other tournaments.
I'm happy with how I played. The conditions here are not easy because, well, first of all, it's hot, and second of all, the ball is flying, so you have to adjust accordingly, and I'm happy that I could do that. For ranking points, it's a big tournament. You can really improve your ranking a lot, so that's why all the players are here, to improve their ranking. For me, it's an important tournament to play because to build your ranking. and I enjoy playing here. And the atmosphere is amazing. There's a lot of energy here, and it's kind of like Davis Cup and Fed Cup, so it's a fun experience.
Well, he said most players love coming here because Lagos is the place to be. And of course, they also get ATP ranking. That's another reason for them to want to come to Lagos. Now, let's move over to wrestling right now. Oduayo, she is joining us right now because she will be traveling to India today to actually continue her career in wrestling. 2 years contract she signed with a club in Mumbai in India. Good morning, Oduayo.
Good morning, Austin.
Yeah. Good to have you here. Now, tell us, what has it been like for you?
Hello?
Okay, you're going to India right now. What has it been like for you, the process and all that? You know, you guys actually lost out, opportunity to go to Brazil the last time because of NSC issues and all that. So going to India right now, how is this going to help in your career?
I'm very happy. The first wrestling pro league organized by the Indian Wrestling Federation, and I was the only African selected to go for that tournament. And I believe this will be a source of avenue for me to meet the top world wrestlers and to compete with them so that I can prepare for the Olympics.
That's it. That's where I'll take you right there. Preparing for the 2016 Rio Olympics. Oduayo, big one for your career. Only African are selected to feature at the Indian Super League. Oduayo, what do you need to keep doing to get better as an international wrestler?
I need so many competitions, and this Brazil championship that we were not opportune to go again. It would have been a source of avenue for the wrestlers to know their mistakes and to meet wrestlers too, top wrestlers that they will surely meet in the next qualifiers and in the Olympics too.
So, Oduayo, what are your expectations for your new team, the Mumbai team? You're going to India. What are your expectations? What's the next step for your career?
I believe with this, they have really tried, and I'm ready to wrestle for them too. And I believe my team will do well, and I will not disappoint Africa too.
Okay, Oduayo, I'm taking you away off the mat now. We're going to India itself. Okay, are you ready for the culture shock that you're likely to meet in India?
Yeah, very ready.
How
Very
so?
prepared. So fun.
Okay, like talking about the language, of course, the culture, the way they dress and everything and all that, you've actually prepared yourself for that because that's where the whole issue is going to be.
I have to adapt.
That's it. All right. Adapt well, Oduayo Adekuru, and of course, get all the necessary experience you need to get to give Nigeria a good representation at next year's Olympics. Thank you so much for speaking to us.
Thank you so very much.
Okay. Wish you good luck and all the best.
Yeah, I had to ask her that question because she's lived all her life in Nigeria.
That's
and
it.
She goes to India, totally different culture. The food is going to be different as well. So it's going to be just as important, adapting to life off the mats.
And when you cannot acclimatize, it might affect your performances.
Austin.
So it's very, very
But she
important.
said she's ready for it.
Exactly,
So.
she sounds confident.
That's
very.
It's a thing of joy. Like when you're doing very well and you can see the progress. And then now this has come out. We listened to our friend Dari Kuti yesterday saying that the Indian government are excited to actually, sponsor
have a Commonwealth
and have the Commonwealth gold medalists. The Indian government, Tayo Salam, not the Nigerian government. There's a lot of lessons. It's very deep. She did us so well. That's the Nigerian flag right there
flying.
in Scotland, and she did it. Sang the national anthem with so much passion. Moved people to tears. One of the best moments of the 2015 Commonwealth games. Oduayo Adekroye is still doing big things.
Yeah, surely.
definitely.
And she's got a great upside as well too, just on her talent alone and, you know, and her ability as a wrestler. And I wouldn't be surprised if she actually, you know, goes on to win big things for Nigeria. I'm talking the Olympics. She's already done something on the world stage already. So the Olympics has to be our next target. Oduayo Adekroye, what an incredible
I know,
athlete.
and those dance steps. I mean, I think that just keeps her going. Full of life, good wrestler.
Yeah.
And, you know,
And a good singer.
Yeah, when you stay around Oduayo Adekroye, you look at her at first, that's the wrestler. Like, the wrestler.
The wrestler, of course,
you know?
she doesn't look it at all.
Yeah, and she's such a talent. So
Good luck to her.
again,
that's it. The team at Channels TV Sports Center said all the best to Oduayo Adekroye, all the best to wrestling in Nigeria. And big ups to everyone in the federation that is doing all they can to support Oduayo Adekroye. We'll try to see if we can connect with Gloria Ofoidu. If you can remember the stories that she got injured, and a lot came out of that conversation, Cecilia. So much, even the NFF had to, you know, bring out a release that they were not, that she didn't pick up the injury at the national assignment. But and we said she is a Super Falcons player. She's been representing the country. Even if she picked up an injury right at the back of her house, she carried that injury to represent Nigeria, and she did well. Now that injury aggravated, and we started hearing stories and stories.